Hello, welcome to the Detroit Children's Museum. My name is Mr. C. Behind the camera we have Mr. Don, our museum's curator. We have a special treat for you today. We're going to dive into one of our giant maps, the map of Africa in particular. And we're going to do some mapping and some identification of some of the 54, 56, it's debatable, nations of the beautiful continent of Africa. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, but before we go over to the maps behind me, I have to introduce to you a very special guest. It's Miss Aubrey, my future boss.
Hi.
All right, Miss Aubrey, I'm gonna let you lead the way. We're gonna have to go back over here to the giant map of Africa. Welcome back. It wasn't too much of a wait, was it? Not at all. Nice segue, Mr. Don. We have Miss Aubrey again here on our top of our giant map. One of the rules of the giant map use is that you must be sock-footed. So I have my shoes off. Miss Aubrey has just her socks on. All right, let's begin. Miss Aubrey is going to first identify all the nations. There's 11 of them, actually 10 that we have flags for, but 11 nations that the Nile River, the Blue Nile, the White Nile, the Nile River system flows through. On its way from their sources, all the way to the Mediterranean Sea, its mouth, okay? Let's begin, Miss Aubrey. You're standing by the beautiful country of Tanzania. Here's the flag of Tanzania. What we learn here by using these giant maps is that the capitals are starred. So the capital of Tanzania is Dodoma. And the name of the nation is actually in all capital letters, which helps us identify the names of the nations. You gotta get used to using a map. Okay? The Democratic Republic of Congo. The Nile River does definitely go through, flows across the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now we have the nation of Burundi. Burundi, look at that beautiful flag. It's right there in the green. You need to place it right by its capital, good job. The big star represents its capital of the nation, right? And we have Rwanda. That's another nation that the Nile River flows through. It's right north of Burundi.
Right here?
Yeah, perfect, perfect. And we have the beautiful, beautiful flag of Kenya. In Lake Victoria, the source of the Nile, one of the sources is right there next to Kenya. Then we have Uganda. Uganda, as we're going north along the Nile River, one of the only, if only, rivers that flow what direction? North in the entire world. Then we have Ethiopia, this country right near between you and I. Ethiopia, beautiful. Then we have Sudan. Now Sudan is two nations now, South Sudan and Sudan. By the way, when you borrow these maps, we take them to you. We let you use them on your own with your children. There's lessons on SharePoint. Sudan, right over here by Khartoum. The capital is Sudan. Eritrea, right over here. Another nation, Eritrea. Okay. Last but not least, the beautiful nation's flag of Egypt. Egypt. Let's place that flag right there on Egypt. And at that point, the Nile River would flow into the Mediterranean, across the delta of the Nile into the Mediterranean Sea. Now, Miss Aubrey, you need to get some of this yarn. We need to unravel that yarn a little bit, and we're going to start by that big lake called Lake Victoria, right there near Uganda and Rwanda. So take this yarn and let's unravel it just a little bit. One of the sources of the Nile River is Lake Victoria, right? So Aubrey's going to start in Lake Victoria, and she's going to map the river coming out of Lake Victoria. It is at this place that the Nile River has several names. The Nile of Victoria, the Albert Nile, and the Mountain Nile as it gets into South Sudan. We call it the White Nile as well. It's also referred to as the White Nile. So Miss Aubrey, you're going to hold on to this. Hold on to that end. Okay, place it on the lake where you had it, and pass me the rest of the yarn. All right, now come out this way. Come over here. You see the Nile River as it comes out. This blue line represents a river. Let's place that yarn on the river. You're gonna follow, yes, see that blue line? Perfect. I'm gonna feed you some more yarn. Darling, you're doing perfect. You're doing perfect. Yeah, it takes a big bend towards the west, comes back. Now stop for a minute. Stop for a minute because we're getting close to a special place. We're getting close to the place of Khartoum, where the blue Nile and the white Nile come together. So we're going to continue this to Khartoum. Keep going. Keep going. You're doing beautifully, beautifully, beautifully. And we're going to stop at Khartoum because it's there, at that point, just south of Khartoum, that the blue and the white Nile converge, come together. The blue Nile source of water is Lake Tana in Ethiopia. So I'm going to place this string on Lake Tana. You take the other end. We're showing this is the blue Nile. Here's Lake Tana. You see that on the map? Now come out of Lake Tana and join. See that blue Nile sign? Right here? Yeah. Go ahead and follow that along. Follow that along. Very good, sweetheart. Very good. And again, the blue and white Nile converge just south of the beautiful ancient city of Khartoum. Now, find the capital, Khartoum. Where's the star? Good job. Take it. You see the blue line where the Nile continues? Flowing north. Flowing north. It takes a big bend towards you. Look at the bend. Getting used to reading maps is a very important skill. And Miss Aubrey is doing a great job. Through lake, yes, very good. Look at the diligence and the perfection she's employing. Keep going. We are now in Egypt. We're heading towards the delta, the Nile's delta. And at this point, the Nile River empties into the Mediterranean Sea. The Nile River is the only river that flows to the north. It's debatable whether or not it's the longest river. The Brazilians believe that the Amazon River is the longest river. Some debate about that. What do you think? Research it. You are our teachers as well. Thank you, Miss Aubrey.
Thank you for watching.
And wait, bye-bye, bye-bye. We'll see you soon. And we're not done yet.
All right. So what did you see? What did you hear? In the case of Aubrey using the map, what did she feel while doing this activity? We learned about the sources of the Nile River. We learned about the nations, the 11 nations that the Nile River flows across from its sources to the delta of the Nile, where the Nile River empties into the Mediterranean Sea. We learned that the Nile River is the longest river in the world. Now there's some debate again. The Brazilians believe it's the Amazon. Research it. Well, you saw one of the many, many ways to use these beautiful giant maps. Here at the Detroit Children's Museum, with the beautiful collaboration of the Social Studies Department, we have giant maps. Contact he or I. You can borrow the maps for up to 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever you need. Africa is about the size of half a basketball court, if we had it all laid out. The one in Asia is even larger, Africa being the second largest continent in the world, Asia being the first in land area. Did you know that between 1,500 and 2,000 languages are spoken in Africa? And each one have hundreds of dialects. Arabic is the #1 language spoken in Africa, then English, Swahili, and French. Thank you for joining us today. I know I had fun. Miss Aubrey certainly had a great time. And we appreciate you tuning in. And stay tuned in the future for more videos from the Detroit Children's Museum. I'm Mr. C. Behind the camera again is Mr. Don, our museum's curator. Thank you so much. Goodbye.